Just trying to survive and learn to love along the way. By Foreplay on AO3. Episode 88, Chapter 88 of Worries and First Patrol. He said what? His dad is pacing around the room, clearly on edge. Izuku hesitates. It's a few days later after his meeting with Sir Nidai, and he finally is telling his dad what the hero said. Their schedules had been busy enough that Izuku didn't necessarily have the time for this conversation, but he figured he should tell at least one of them before going on his first patrol. His other dad's still unavailable, working at his radio station as soon as school left out, but this conversation needed to be today. His first patrol was in this afternoon. He just has to wait for Mirio-senpai to come grab him. Well, he doesn't think I'm worthy of one for all. Don't worry, though. I'll make sure to prove him wrong. Izuku does his best to sound confident. Izuku, that's not exactly the root of the problem here. Now he's just confused. His confusion must show on his face, because his dad lets out a sigh before finally sitting down next to him. Kid, Nidai shouldn't be treating you like that. Work studies are for learning, and I'm worried you won't be able to under him. But I can! His dad raises his brow in surprise. Izuku almost never raises his voice like this. He didn't mean to. It just slipped out. At least his dad doesn't look angry. Then again, he never does at Izuku. Izuku, I'm just worried about you getting hurt. Nidai won't hurt me. He's a hero. I'm not talking about physically hurt here. Besides, you know by now that some heroes aren't above that. It takes a second for Izuku to really get what he means. Oh, I'll be fine. Even if he's a little mean, I can deal with it. He says it with a smile. Izuku's pretty confident in his ability to brush off what Sir Nidai says. The hero doesn't know him, so who is he to judge? The only thing he knows about Izuku is One for All. Speaking of, do you think Nidai knows stuff about All for One? Like, stuff that we don't know? He did work with All Might for years. His dad rolls his eyes at the obvious change in topic. That's true. You can ask him, but I'm not sure if he'll be willing to share that information with you. That's true. If Nidai doesn't think Izuku is worthy, he may think of the information as a need-to-know basis. And according to him, Izuku doesn't need to know. Izuku doesn't have anything else to add to the conversation. So the knock on his dad's door comes at a perfect time. That must be Mirio-senpai. Izuku opens the door, and his prediction was right. Ready to go? Nidai will be expecting us soon. Of course, Mirio-senpai. Izuku turns to his dad. Bye, love you. Be safe, kiddo. Izuku turns from the shut door to find Mirio-senpai watching him with a smile. What? Nothing. I just didn't realize that Aizawa-sensei was your dad. Found it a bit odd when your classmates told me I'd find you up here, but I guess it makes sense now. They're walking quickly. Almost to the gate now. Oh, sorry, senpai. I thought I told you. Miracles laughs at Izuku's flushed face. It's no big deal, and please, call me Lemillion when we're on patrol. Got it, Janus? It's said in his senpai's usual cheery voice, but there's an underlying seriousness that he can't ignore. Right. As soon as they're in their hero costumes, they're no longer civilians. Mirio and Izuku become Lemillion and Janus. Got it. His senpai gives him a big, bright smile, just as a car pulls up outside the gate. Mirio-senpai scans his badge to let them through, and they buckled in the car before the gate even shuts. As soon as they get to the agency, Mirio-senpai leads Izuku to the changing rooms, so they can do their costumes. Lemillion openly eyes the brackets on Izuku's arms and legs, but doesn't ask, simply leading the way to Nidai's office. The man is standing there, looking impatient as he clearly waits for them. He speaks as soon as the door shuts behind them, addressing Izuku. You and I will do a normal patrol, while Lemillion and Bubble Girl keep an eye on our target. Nidai speaks up as they're leaving the agency. Target? We're in the middle of an investigation. A gang called Shia Hisaikai has been creating a quirk erasing bullets. Unfortunately, their hideout is still a mystery. Quirk erasing bullets. That's terrible. Are the effects permanent? Night glances over at him before replying. Izuku can't decipher the look in his eyes. So far, no, but it's only a matter of time before they figure it out. It seems like Izuku joined the agency at an important time. Is any other agency helping? With the investigation? Izuku nods. I got a few on lookout, but we're not sure how widespread the drug is. The hero falls silent, so Izuku turns his attention to the surroundings. They're still pretty close to the agency. Izuku doubts that Night tends to take them very far, considering this is his first patrol with the hero. And who knows who's out there? It's nice, though. Izuku hasn't spent a lot of time away from the school, considering the circumstances. When we get back, I'll let you take a look at those files. I'd like to see if your skills in analysis are what All Might seems to think. Izuku nods, keeping his mouth shut. Who knows what All Might told the man? He'd barely shown any of his journals to the #1 hero. None of his new ones have been seen by anyone but his dad's. All Might could have completely over-exaggerated his skills. They only patrol for another half an hour before Sir Night speaks again. That's enough for today. We're heading back now, and go through the files while awaiting Bubble Girl and Lemillion. Izuku follows Night as they turn down a new street to turn around. The patrol itself was uneventful. Not a lot of crime is committed so close to hero agencies, and they stuck very close. So they return to the agency uninterrupted, and Izuku follows Night on the way to his office at the top. Immediately he pulls out a series of thick files. Izuku takes his time going through them. He takes notes as he goes, ignoring the comings and goings of the agency around him. Occasionally, Night would peel over his shoulder, but the man remains silent unless his sidekicks need to speak to him. After a while, Izuku shuts the last of the folder and peeks outside. The sun has completely set. Shouldn't Mirio-senpai be back by now? The door to the office is thrown open, and an unreadable Night, followed by his tense-looking senpai, march in. Janus, we're heading out. Izuku scrambles to his feet, leaving the file and his notes where they are as he hurries after the heroes. Where to? The hospital. Another agency had a run-in with the Quirk erasing bullets. Which one? Izuku can only think of two options that would have Mirio-senpai looking so tense. He has classmates at both of them. Fat gums. No Eri yet. Sag. Okay, chapter 89 is called Fights and Drugs. Summary. Eijirou is excited. He's going on his first official patrol. He's not expecting much to happen, but boy, is he wrong. Oh, that's what the chapter's gonna be. Oh my god, let me take a sip of my drink. What? Oh my god. Sorry, I'm drinking water, but on steroids right now. Like those waters, but with those packets added, except it's not one of those sugar packets. It's actually just a bunch of electrolytes put into it and vitamins and stuff like that, so it's healthy water. Water, healthy times 3. Exactly, that's what I thought. I'm being healthy. Are you? Have you drinking water? But moving on. Okay. Hopefully we see Eri a bit more, later down the road. I wonder how this is gonna play out. I know that this series has moved, what the canon is and stuff like that to a point. Most fanfictions do. So I wonder if Kirishima's still gonna be the one that gets hit, if Tamaki gets hit, like, what is it? Who's hit? Who gets hit? Who gets hit? Right? Because if I remember correctly in the anime, Kirishima takes a hit for, I believe, yeah. So I wonder how that's gonna go. And as for Eri, I hope we see her soon. As for Izuku and Night, I agree with Aizawa. Sir Night should not be talking to Izuku like that. As for Izuku and Sir Night, I really hope that Sir Night is impressed by Izuku's analysis. Just saying, if you're not impressed, I am personally finding you in your sleep and murdering you. In the most gruesome way, Sir Night. Keep one eye fucking open. Anyways, as always, my raindrops, make sure to eat, sleep, drink water, take your meds. Have a wonderful day or night. Link to my Discord server and socials are down in the description. Subscribe to see more of my content, and thank you so much for watching!